Let them in. Let the animals in. You gonna show us the people or no?
Yeah, I'm just letting them make sure everything's
Hi, Liz.
Liz, Anthony,
Hi, Nikki.
Kathy,
Nikki, Brendel,
Julian,
Tate. Luke.
Najist. You see his name?
Michigan football.
Jennifer,
Rick S.
Anthony, Mariah,
Vic.
RCCWC.
Fleming,
I see you,
Eliza.
ladies.
Zandsberg.
Yeah. I see you, girls. I see you.
Kyle. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man.
Is that Kyle?
It is Kyle.
Oh,
What's going on,
Kyle.
Kyle?
Looks great. Oh, we got the female inmates. 3 of them. RCCWC.
RCCWC.
I think he just missed me shouting them out.
Yeah, he did.
Emily.
I did.
Totally.
And they totally waved.
Yeah.
and
Totally.
he
They didn't
did.
wave at
Did-
Shane,
You know what?
though.
Wave
Yeah.
again.
Thank you,
ladies.
girls.
There we go.
Thank you,
Thanks,
girls.
ladies.
No,
Stop it. Stop it.
Don't.
You know what? I was about to go somewhere, but I'm not.
Please.
Good.
No.
Yeah,
Good. Please don't.
Okay.
Self-control is amazing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Joel, I see you.
Oh, finally he's back.
Victor.
I was going to call him. I swear to God, I was going to call Chuck, and I was going to go, what the fridge is going on with Joel?
Oh,
There's Kyle. We see you.
Cat with a K.
is that Chuck
Stay
up there
humble,
in the
pray.
in the corner with the hiding?
right
Yeah,
side's
there's Chuck.
Chuck is barking at the moon today.
Zamzao.
Bark at the moon. Ozzy Osbourne. Casey.
Who's on page?
Thank you, Joel. He was here last week, buddy.
Was he?
Oh Lord.
Joel was here last week.
He said it right there. I was here last
Yeah.
week.
Oh,
We had a timer. I don't know if
Yeah.
you noticed.
bro, I'm sorry. Was that all right? I'm just catching up here. Just catching up. You know who's looking really sexy right now? Julian.
Where's Julian?
He's right there.
Where's she-
Yeah. Julian, exactly.
Right
We
yeah,
feel you.
Julian.
Oh,
What's
I'm
going
sorry. He was
on?
doing the pose on his hand there. He was looking soft. He was waiting maybe for a back scratch or something. Look at him. He's calling my name, baby. He's calling my name.
Unbelievable.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, guys, you guys are terrible. We're friends. That's all. We're friends. We're compadres.
All right. Should we sit here in silence and just be weird and look at everybody, or should we get started? What do you guys think?
May as well just sit here for another minute while everyone.
We got Sarah. There's Sarah.
There's Sarah.
What's happening, Sarah? Chad. There's Chad.
Chad.
I like that name. It's a good name. It's a good, strong name. Unless you look it up in the Urban Dictionary. So, guys, never look up Chad in the Urban Dictionary. It is like the worst possible thing you can be.
You love it.
No, it's really bad.
You know what I'm focused on right now? I don't know why, but the daily breath has got me looking at her because she looks like she's just backed up and she's in a very peaceful state of mind right now.
There's Erica Mitchell.
Daily breath. See her?
I don't
Right
see
in the middle.
I don't see it.
daily
breath. Right there.
Oh, the daily
Oh,
breath.
There you go.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, she's got a great background.
she's got to do like some breath work or
Oh, for
something
sure.
to be looking
She's
that
a yoga.
calm.
She's a yoga.
Yeah, she's a
yogi
she's a
or
calm
yoga.
person.
No, for sure.
Can we make her the whole screen because it'll calm me down?
There's
a bit.
Evan.
She
What's up,
doesn't
bro?
She doesn't want to be the whole screen. That might make her nervous, and she might have to do some breath work.
We have Michigan football.
I love you guys. I love that you guys come here and you literally put up with us for like a couple minutes before we get started. We really, really, really appreciate everybody showing up on a weekly basis for recovery.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's really quite amazing. All right, this is Jeremy.
No, what are you doing? Okay, Shane doesn't. Shane,
Well, I forget-
Shane
he
has
forgets.
no idea
He
what's
forgets.
going on.
Like my
That's
first
all.
time.
Chuck Zamzow.
You know, it's
need that
nice. Every
Canadian
day is a
humor.
fresh day for me.
It is.
You know, it's like a new start.
Yeah, we tried to get him on a peptide for his memory, but
Yeah.
it's not working.
Not
very
kicking in
well.
yet.
It's been like 3 months.
I
Bro.
don't like those meds.
Anyways, guys, welcome to the Recover Out Loud Tuesday night meeting. As a reminder to everybody, the Recover Out Loud is a movement, not a program. So continue doing what you do on a daily basis to stay sober. Let this be that corner piece of cake for you, that little extra. You know, when you, how I mean, like I'm a fat boy at heart. So like when I was a kid and I got that corner piece of cake on one of my friends' birthdays, or it was my birthday, I was so happy. You know, I got that little extra that day. So let this Recover Out Loud Tuesday night Zoom meeting be that little extra for you.
I agree. There was someone up. Can you move up a little just for a second? I'm sorry. Her name. I have to repeat it. She said hi to everybody. Up a little more. Kate. Her name was Kate. Move it up a little. Really. No. I'm at the chat. Oh God. We're just not communicating properly at all. Kate Kinterbrook. Kate. Well, look at that last name. Is that not awesome or what?
Where?
Mariah
Where are you?
Kinter.
Kate or Mariah, bro?
Sorry,
What is
sorry,
it?
Mariah.
What?
Oh.
Mariah Kinter Connect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kinternecht.
Okay.
I love it. Hi,
We're
guys.
gonna
Hi,
we
Mariah.
hope that you'll share a little bit
Yeah.
later and actually tell
How he
Shane.
even got Kate out of that is I'm not sure.
I'm not sure
But
either.
okay.
I have two reminders. The first one is please everyone remember that Shane is Canadian. He is not from here, so things that he says we have no
Control over. This is Jeremy. He's going to be our speaker today.
One last reminder: the reason why the Hopeaholics podcast exists is that on 9/11 of 2022, I lost my son-in-law to the fentanyl crisis. And that's when we decided to Recover Out Loud and join this movement and, try to make a difference, man. 300 people are dying every single day. And it's nothing. It's like nothing I've ever seen.
Right.
And I've been in the treatment industry for 22 years.
Not enough being done.
No.
Not enough.
So we're a movement. We are fentanyl is our number one thing on our agenda.
Yeah.
Our second thing on our agenda is breaking the stigma of mental health and addiction and letting everybody know that help's available, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is who we are, and that is what we do, and that is what we represent.
Yeah.
And that hope is alive.
Hope is alive, guys.
And if you call in, I do answer the telephone.
Yeah, you
Try to
do.
help everybody.
It is a fact. Shane does answer the telephone.
Mm-hmm.
And I answer all the DMs. It just takes me a little while sometimes. So, guys, with no further ado, we've got Jeremy. He's got 900 and what?
65 days.
965
Major.
days sober today.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you're on, my friend.
All right. Well, my name's Jeremy. I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic and an addict. Like he said, I have 965 days today. I'll tell you a little bit about my past, and then get into the other stuff, the better stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a house that was, a normal house, not very wealthy, poor, you should say. Parents bought toys from garage sales and stuff like that for Christmas, which made no difference to me. I didn't care. They were new to me. Let's see. When I was, 7 years old, my parents started adopting kids because I ruined my mother. She couldn't have kids after me. She wanted more kids, but couldn't have them. So, they started adopting kids and stuff, and I started using at a very young age. I lived with a bunch of foster kids and, wanted to be cool like them. So I looked up to them and wanted to be just like them. In return, I started, smoking weed and doing other things at the age of 8.
Wow.
Had an older brother who, molested my little sister. And I was the one who was told about that. My dad wasn't around. So, I was the one responsible for all that. Like, I was the one who had to be told about that and make decisions about that, as well as, I made a poor decision when I was told. I decided that, my dad had always told me, like, someone who does that to somebody doesn't deserve to live. So I thought, age of 8, it's a great idea to, take him out of this world. And so I made a decision to try and attempt that. And my mom caught me, thank God. I've always believed in God. and I, definitely know that he's real, and he's been looking out for me all these years. Yeah. So after that, I just continued to use and hang out with the older kids, and things didn't get any better. They got worse gradually. By the time I was in high school, I barely ever went to school. I don't know if you could call it being in high school. I would call it hanging out with friends more than going to school. Life got real different for me. I swam my whole life growing up competitively. I was in the Junior Olympics 8 times for swimming, set world records for kids 16 and under. Could have been in the Olympics in 2000. Through that all the way to using and drinking and just wanting to party. As I grew up, in high school, I did crazy stuff. It wasn't apparent to my parents until probably the middle of high school that I was actually using and doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing. One time my car was shot up. I had to go home and explain to my dad that, hey, I owed somebody money for drugs, and if I don't pay them, they're going to probably kill me. So, he helped me out with that. I didn't want to see that life, but, my father was an addict at the time, and he contributed to my delinquency. He said, instead of going out to drug dealers, just come to me and I'll get it for you. So that was very different for me. Life got worse, as I got older. By the time I was 18, I had knocked up a girl, got married at 18, had my first kid at 19. I had always been an entrepreneur, so I've always owned my own businesses, even in, times that were very rough as far as using, and I'd always been able to maintain it and kind of hide it, or so I thought. Obviously it was obvious to everybody else, but not me. I thought I was doing well. I thought everything was being hid. So I like to fight. I grew up fighting, learned to, I took like 15 different styles of martial arts, and enjoyed that thoroughly. Kind of thought it would keep me out of trouble. What actually got me into more trouble. I would go to the bars and pick fights, and landed me in jail a few times here and there. I've been in and out of jail more times than I can count on 2 hands, or that I could even remember, honestly. Life just kept getting worse for me. I continued to use, and it continued to get worse every time. I was in and out of treatment centers. I've been in and out of, 18 different treatment centers over the course of my life. And it never got better, One time I was in a bar fight, and I, was getting my ass kicked pretty much. Sorry for the bad language, but, and I was on the ground in a ball, and, I was pleading and begging for this guy to stop, and he was just beating me repeatedly, kicking me and hitting me, and I guess I was in a blackout. I don't even remember it, but woke up in the back of an ambulance on the way to the hospital, and they had my mouth pried open with a wedge in it, and they were picking stuff out of my teeth, and it looked like string beef, and I was just like, what the hell is that? Get it out of my mouth. What is that? And the guy said, don't swallow. Whatever you do, don't swallow. And I was like, okay, why not? He said, well, that's someone's Achilles tendon that we're picking out of your mouth right now. It was stuck in my teeth. And yeah, he said to me, hey, you may have gotten your ass kicked, and you might, you're going to be okay, though. The good news is you have a slight concussion and a couple broken ribs, but you're going to live. He said that other guy, he's going to walk with a limp for the rest of his life. So, be grateful that you're not in his situation. When I turned well, let's go with the businesses. So I've had several businesses, probably I would say 25 of them over the time of my life. Some auto dealerships I've owned. I did sales my whole life, good and bad. I had 3 9-acre farms where I grew weed, and that was what I did for a living for a while. When I figured out that, things were getting legal and stuff, I figured that that was not the right course for me. So I decided that I was going to sell those and start robbing other ones, because that would be a better idea. I could make more money and not have the hassle. I would break into these places and tie people up, lock them up, hold them hostage, eat their food, sleep in their beds. Life was chaos. It wasn't good. There was nothing good coming out of it. As times turned, I did get sober for a while. I went to a rehab for a while, and that kept me sober for, I'm going to say, like 13 years. 10 of it was good because I worked a program. I went to meetings. I had a sponsor. I stayed connected. I did the things that I was told to do. I used the tools that were given to me. But the last 3 years of that, I decided that, I got this. I don't need to go to meetings anymore. I don't need to talk to my sponsor. I'll be fine without it. And I was good for probably, 2.5, 3 years or so. And then one day, one of my sons, had a medical problem where I found out that he was going to have a surgery. And that surgery was 70% chance that he would die, 30% chance that he would make it. And that kind of sent me over the edge. I decided, what, screw it. I'm going to the bar. I'm going to go have a drink. And that's what I did. As soon as I left that hospital, that's what I did. I went and had that drink. One drink led to another drink. And before I knew it, I was being kicked out of the bar, chasing the bag. And, ended up getting pulled over that night, taken to jail, and it was back off to the races, And I continued to do that for another 5 years without getting help that I needed. Even though I knew what I needed to do, and I knew what it was, which made it even worse, honestly. It wasn't the enjoyable time that I thought it was going to be, but I just couldn't stop. About 2 years, 9 months ago, 2 years, 10 months ago, I was, out with some friends. I had just picked up a bunch of drugs. Thought it was a good idea to head to the casino, 3 a.m, let's go to the casino. There ain't nothing else going on. Did that. On the way there, we got pulled over, and I looked at my friends and said, "Oh, I'm going to jail." And they were like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah, I've got, a lot of drugs on me." And sure enough, I went to jail. The funny part about it was maybe, 3 weeks before that, I was sitting around in my garage with a couple of my friends at like 2, 3 in the morning. And I had looked at them all and I said, like, what are we doing here? We're here awake in the garage, nothing to do. Nobody else is awake. There's nothing open. What are we doing? And I told them all, like, I'm going to go get help. Like, I need help, and I suggest you guys do the same. And one of my friends made a pact with me. Okay, yeah, if you go, I'll go too. And sorry, I did. After I got arrested, I was like, you know what? That's the sign right there that, if I don't change my life, I'm going to end up back in prison for the rest of my life. And that's not where I want to be. That's not the life I want to live. It's not good for me. It's not good for my family. I got kids, 3 kids, beautiful kids. Thank God, I was always open and honest with them, and they've turned out good. My mom always says to me, where's your payback child, Jeremy? And I'm like, I got lucky. God knew that I couldn't handle it. So he blessed me with kids that would not be like that. I've seen many deaths over the years. Even taking lives. Not proud of that. It's not something to be glorifying. Um, but what changed in me was the willingness. And, the main thing that changed in me was my relationship with God. When I was younger, like 21, I was a youth pastor for about 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Which, was a very eye-opening experience. I helped a lot of kids come to church, families come to church, which was a blessing. I was turned off by God, when that all happened with my son, when I found out that, when I watched him die on the table and then bring him back, and I found out that he was going to have that surgery, I was angry. I was angry at God, and that's what really took me out, I just lost all faith, lost all hope. And that's mainly what took me out, not having the relationship with God, not working a program, and not being connected, So, that's what changed for me was my relationship with God. And that's probably the number one thing that kept me away from staying sober. If I would have had that relationship with God and kept that relationship with God, I believe that I probably could have stayed sober through it all. So after that, I went to rehab. I got charged with quite a bit of things, and I was looking at like 28 years plus. I decided to, I became willing, turned my life around, got a connection with God, started getting plugged in, doing what I needed to do. I got a sponsor, started working the steps, just decided that that wasn't the life for me anymore, and something needed to change. Either that or I was going to end up dead or in prison, and that's not where I wanted to be. I had other things that were more important to me. But I went to rehab, started working on myself. I stayed out of the drama, which is what I tell people all the time. Stay out of the drama, focus on you and get what you came for. Because if you don't, you're going to be sorry about it later, So I did those things. I practiced what I preached and, it worked out good. Since then, I've, started working at a treatment center. And I worked my way up from the bottom, from being an everyday tech to being a manager at a program, which I'm very proud of. I've been doing that for about 1.5 years now, and life's good, but there's a few things that I don't miss on. Like I don't miss on my commitments. I don't miss on talking to my sponsor on a daily. I still talk to him every day, regardless. Even if it's horrible or I don't have the time, I make the time, So I always talk to my sponsor. I'm connected. I work a program, I work the steps. And most of all, I have a relationship with God, and I make sure that he's first, God, my program, then everything else, I enjoy helping people now. I've turned my life around. I've gone from owning, businesses where I was making $30,000-$40,000 a week to, I don't make that much now, but life is good. The quality of life is different, and I get to give back and help people, which is more important to me than anything. So that's about all I got. Thanks for letting me share.
Amazing.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your share.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job, Jeremy.
Thanks.
Really nice, brother.
Yeah.
He doesn't. It was a great story. It was surprising to me because you don't have that look, but the guy's an animal.
Yeah.
Let him go. Let him out of the cage. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Crazy.
Emily,
Good for
can
you.
we scroll through some of the comments? We got like 26 and it's stuck. Amy, I hope that you're feeling better soon. I noticed that you're sick with COVID. Hope that you
Hi,
get
Josh.
through that quickly.
How's your dad now? Hi from Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, that's Canada.
Fucking hate it. I'm 2 months clean from fentanyl. It's been so hard. I relapsed 2 years ago when my boyfriend died. Damn, sorry. And when I relapsed, I became even worse than before. I didn't know it was possible. 3 of my best friends since died. 19 died. They're going to drag me out of the room. I finally said, okay, and went to rehab. Good for you.
Good for you. I saw
I'm from Winnipeg.
the Fallon name. Can you scroll up? Because the girl that I was talking to on the live showed up. There it is. Is that her?
Fallon?
Yeah. Maybe.
I think so.
All right. Well, anyways, thank you so much for your share.
Thank
You for the message of recovery.
Yeah.
That, like, we do recover.
Yeah.
And thanks for sharing about, coming in and going out, because there's something to that. I relapsed and I struggled, man. I struggled getting back, and I'm actually grateful for him though, because it changed me. It really changed who I am inside, and the way I look at recovery and the way I look at people that are coming in and struggling. I really know the struggle of what it takes to get back and do the deal. It takes a lot of strength. And you gotta. That's really why the Hopeaholics exist, man. You gotta give that glimmer of hope to people that are like, there might be somebody on the Zoom who's still using today. There might be somebody that's just hanging on by a thread, man.
Yeah.
And to see that, you've really turned your life around and you're doing the deal again.
Yeah. Thanks. I always tell everybody that, relapse doesn't have to be a part of your program.
No.
But unfortunately, it is part of a program for most of us.
Yeah.
Either way, as long as you get back to the program, you're lucky. If you're lucky enough to make it back,
Agree.
use it. Take it for what it's worth, and make it happen.
It scares me nowadays, man, because I've been around like the 12-step programs for a long, long time, and we've been saying that shit for a long, long time. Since 1996 was the first Narcotics Anonymous meeting I ever walked into. And, they talked about if you get back. But nowadays, it's like, it's not even a joke.
It's not.
Fentanyl didn't exist. Heroin was, the killer, right? And fentanyl is 50 times more powerful than heroin.
Yep.
So, like, if you guys are struggling, man, reach out. Yeah. That's all I can say is reach out. Relapse really doesn't have to be a part of your program. And, if you don't, and if it is,
No shame.
There's no shame
At all.
There's no shame in reaching
get back.
out. No.
Like, come back immediately, because there is, for sure, like your story, I relate a lot in the sense of, it's another indication for me to stay on top of my shit, because it easily can go away if I think that I can run the show. Because I too had 3 years and thought, I got this, and then I was right back to where I was, square one, and had to crawl my way back into the rooms. So it's just it's just so imperative to stay on top of doing the things that keep you sober and on the right path, because I never want to go to the other side again.
Me neither. I get that.
The best tool I have in my toolbox is not forgetting how I felt the day that I walked back into the rooms.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to feel that way again.
Yeah,
My worst day, sober, clean, is not even comparable to how I felt the day that I had to walk with my tail between my legs.
Yeah, a lot of misery and suffering.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of uncertainty, a lot of hopelessness.
Yeah, for sure.
For
sure.
Wondering if I was going to be able to rebuild the relationships that I destroyed.
Right.
Yeah.
We're
Tasmanian devils or
Tornadoes,
tornadoes,
like
Jonathan. Yeah, Jonathan always says that about Natalie. Anyways, I want to open it up because one of my favorite parts about this meeting is letting everybody share and getting to hear their what they're going
Right.
through.
And I want to just add, can we zoom in? We have a doll.
Oh, Shane.
I'm sorry. People might have showed
It's
up for
on
this.
me. The camera's on me, bro. There.
We have a doll. It's a doll of Natalie Eva Marie. It was on her birthday cake. If you share, I have a number I texted to the Emily. If you get close to that, no, sorry, to Emily. If you want the doll, share, guess a number. If you're closest to the number, I mail out the doll. It's as simple as that.
Can you stop calling it a doll?
What is it?
It's an action figure.
It's an action. I'm sorry.
Like, give me some credit here,
action
all right?
figure. It's a Natalie Eva Marie action
Jeez.
figure. Okay.
God.
You share. You give a number.
Thank
you say my
you.
number is 5.
CC Cat knows what's up.
My number is 5. And I'm gonna text. At the end of this thing, we reveal it. I'm gonna send Emily a number right now. I'm gonna send,
Really putting everybody on the spot, putting Natalie on the
I'm
spot.
sending it to the group. I'm sending a number right now. Number out of 100.
He picks like the worst timing to do
I just did
literally
it.
everything.
Let's do it. Okay, we got. Let's go. Who's first?
Josh Stone's got his hand raised. Who wants
do
to
it.
share tonight? Let's get them hands up
Yeah,
in
let's
the
get
air.
all the hands up. Come on, guys.
And remember, you have 3 minutes, and then you'll
I'll
hear
send
like
this
a
doll
little.
to the jail. I don't care. I'll send it anywhere. Let's go. Let's get everyone Let's get everyone going. Imagine hanging on to this. This is a prize right here, man.
Julian wants the doll. I can see
Wait,
it.
why are
I see
people?
Julian.
Wait. Why are people putting money? You're just saying a number.
Oh,
There's
Jesus.
no money.
No, we don't want your money.
No.
No,
Sorry,
not
guys.
money. Not
Just
doll.
a number.
Just a number.
1
like
through
guys-
what?
these guys-
Be
1 through
specific.
100.
1 through 100. Pick a number, but you have to share first.
Gotta share.
Okay.
While you're sharing, you spill out a number, and if you're close, we'll tell you at the end of the show. Come on,
Emily will tell you because she's the only one around here that doesn't cheat.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We got 4 hands so far. We had at least 10, 15 hands going. Come on,
All right, Josh, you're up.
Josh. Hey, Josh.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
What's
buddy.
up, family?
Hey, Josh.
Hello.
Shane, dude, I love you, dude. You always bring some excitement. Thanks for the share, man. I just kind of wanted to comment first off on relapse doesn't have to be a part of our story. Fortunately, at this moment in my recovery, relapse is not part of my story. But I know that I'm only one bad decision away from relapse becoming a part of my story. And so, no, it doesn't have to be a part of our story, but it's very common that it is. I also wanted to comment about what you said about you were owning all these businesses, you know, making all this money, and now you're not doing that. And how much happier and how much better your quality of life is today, even though you don't have all those financial funds and all of that financial freedom. And that's kind of a place that I'm at right now in my own life. Is at this point, I want to help people more than I care about how much money I make and how much financial, you know, freedom that I have and all the stuff that goes along with it. But it's very challenging to get into the recovery field. I don't want to, I hate the word industry, but to get into that industry and start out from the bottom, like you were talking about, and actually make enough money to be able to pay just your regular bills. So that's kind of a place that I'm at right now, is trying to find that balance, because at my current career, man, it's hard to help anybody. Like, the only social connection that I really have, unfortunately, right now is social media, because I drive a truck, so I'm always out on the road. It's hard to be in person anywhere to be able to really help someone. So it's just a hard balance, man, and it's a struggle. But I know that for myself, coming into recovery and finding the freedom that I have now, man, I want to share that with everybody that I can. I want to carry that message in every way that I can. So Recovering Out Loud right now is my biggest tool. My social media platforms are my biggest tools to be able to carry that message. And at this point, I'm grateful that I have that stuff to be able to carry the message. I don't want to sound ungrateful by no means, because I'm extremely grateful. But I was made for more. And I think everybody in this meeting was made for more. thank you for your share. Thank you guys for doing this meeting. I love y'all. Thank you for letting me share, and I'll pass the time.
Thanks, Josh. Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Hang on. We didn't get a number.
Josh don't want the doll, dude.
Yeah, no, I want it. I want it. 73.
73. See, you write it down, Josh. 73.
I want it.
And I need Josh, Chuck, and Joel, and anybody else that keeps giving Shane compliments to stop. His head keeps getting bigger
Who's
and
next?
bigger.
Matt, my friend Matt is
bigger.
next, I believe. Yes, my brother Matt.
Matt, what's going on, my friend?
Hey guys, how you doing, man? Matt, grateful recovering addict.
Matt.
Man, listen, just as far as like listening to the story, man, I was definitely able to relate on more subjects that he spoke about than I really care to remember, I guess you could say. Some stuff I'm really ashamed of to this day. But when it comes to recovery, man, being able to like give back today is kind of my way of not only helping others, but also kind of paying back my karma tab, I guess you could say, for the bad things that I have done. I actually got to kind of tell my story for the first time the other day on a few weeks ago, actually, on somebody's podcast, and they just posted it the other day. And strangely enough, somebody at work came up to me today and said, "Hey, Matt," and I was like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" They were like, "I would have never known," and I said, "Never known what?" He's like, "Oh, I saw you on JD's podcast," and I was like, "Really?" I said, "How do you know about that?" And they proceeded to tell me that they had an addiction issue, and then in turn, I wouldn't have known. But it's just wonderful to be able to like give back and keep spreading the message and show people that they can make it. If you've got 2 days, 10 days, 30 years, and just like recovery is really, really, really possible, man. Going through not that my stuff is worse than anybody else's, man, or whatever it may be, but going through the things that I went through and to be able to sit here today with a smile on my face. Like I was at my baby cousin's softball game today, and she's 6, and she hit the ball and it went into the outfield, and she came around the bases, and she looked at me. She's like, "Matt, I did it," and she was smiling real big. And like I looked at my older cousin. I said, "Man, this is better than any high I've ever had," and it really is. It really is. So just keep on pushing, man. Like, please don't ever give up on yourself. Like we can definitely make it. We do recover, even if you relapse, man. 1, 2, 5, 9, 12 times, whatever it may be. Keep on pushing, man. Keep on pushing. Don't give up on yourself. And know that this world is definitely a better place with you in it. Oh, and my number is 37, by the way.
Awesome.
37, you got that?
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks.
Do you actually have to hit the number, or is it the person
it's
closest?
The person whoever's closest.
Okay.
And Emily, you wrote this down.
And I'll be here till 9
right?
o'clock. If we hands go up, I'll stay till 9. I don't care. I'm getting rid of this doll. I'm not taking it home again with me tonight, okay?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Unbelievable.
Oh my God, did I say that out loud? I was just thinking that. There's still icing on one boot, don't worry. I'm so
Ew.
what? What? The other one got sticky.
I literally think my wife left the meeting because of Shane.
Really?
Can we check? Is she still on?
She's here.
Was she?
Yeah, she was on.
Oh. She probably was like, I can't.
I can't with Shane.
Oh Lord. have
Yeah,
mercy.
she's gone.
Nah, she's gone.
Oh, too bad.
Her sister's on though. Hey, Vicky.
Hey Vicky.
Hi, Vicky. Kathy.
Hi Kathy. How you doing?
I'm good.
Nice.
Am I here? Can
Yep.
you
are.
guys
You're,
see
Yep.
me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Thank you so much, you guys. This is so awesome. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you for the invite into your family. I was in a horrible car accident 5 months ago, sober, where I was in a horrible car accident in a blackout drunk 28 years ago. Still to this day, no memory. So I'm not working right now, and I've been utilizing this time to follow social media influencers, and I stumbled across you guys, and I've been able to expand my recovery and also have more empathy for other people that, you know, things that I never did try. And there's no doubt in my mind, if I was still drinking and using, that I would have stumbled across the fentanyl. And I mean, just with the alcoholism alone, I wouldn't even be here having celebrated a 55-year birthday back in June. I wouldn't even be here to be watching my nieces and nephews grow up and be able to be a good example, a better example. I never had gobs of money, and yet I'm getting in tune with my purpose and my message and what God wants me to share with people. But right now I'm just really all about the recovery and in self-love and inspiring others, and giving that feedback. You know, we're all really just one drink or toke or whatever away from being back at day one again. And I don't ever want that feeling ever again either. That, and thanks for reminding me about that, because I often take my sobriety for granted. I'm getting back involved in my group. I live in a rural area, and doing my best to just be there for others and show up for myself. So like when I saw the invite, I was like scrambling around so I could get tuned into you guys. And God, I'm glad I did. What a uplifting meeting, and just, being into what it is you guys as Hopeaholics are trying to accomplish in this world. I mean, I have the holy bumps right now. And I mean, you guys are just awesome. Thank you for the honor. And my number is 22.
22.
Oh, that's a
for
good
Kathy.
one.
Tag,
Will Clark's
next
number.
person. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, you guys. God
Awesome.
bless
Thank
all
you,
of you.
Thank you so
Kathy.
much for your share.
Yeah, I
Thank
love
you.
that.
We really appreciate you joining us tonight. Megan G.
Megan G.
She's got a baby on her lap. She's scratching her back.
I do. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's nice. Don't be sorry.
I have 3 very sick kids right now.
Wow,
so.
and you're sounding like you're a little under the weather, too. A little raspy.
Yes, that's the joys of parenting, I think.
Wow.
No, I just wanted to share. I'm 72 days, something like that, off fentanyl, and I was clean for 9.5 years, and I relapsed about 2 years ago, and I tried to get clean last summer. It didn't work out very well, and the reason I got clean 72 days ago was actually because I was laying in bed out of my mind, and for some reason Instagram sent like your guys' page to me. I don't know how, but like all of a sudden I was on one of your lives or something, and I started listening, and I just started sobbing, and the next morning I told my husband that I had to go away, and I was gone that night. So, and then I didn't even really remember what it was that I watched. And then tonight it did it again. And I was like, oh my God, there's a live, and then there's a meeting. So that's why I'm on.
Wow.
And I just wanted to thank you guys, because I attribute, your guys's recovering out loud essentially to helping me get back to where I wanted to be. And I just couldn't get out of it. I overdosed like 8 times in like 10 weeks. Like it was a mess. And, I feel really good. I don't feel 100%. One, because I'm sick from children. And 2, that fentanyl is a hell of a drug, and it'll kill you one way or another. But yeah, this was a great meeting, and it was really like just so nice to see so many people joining. I'm in Jersey, so everyone's asleep already in my house. But yeah, I have a lot of hope from you guys. And after this meeting, I'm going to scour your Instagram page and watch as many clips as I can just to keep the good feeling alive for at least the night. And then kind of in reference to what Kathy said, like one drink away, one whatever away. Someone once said to me, you're only an arm's length away from letting everything go again. And I don't know why that tangible like arm's length of me grabbing something, it put it more into reality of like how close you can be to falling off, and to always be on top of, doing the next right thing, and all the things that they say, and I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but I think we all really need to have some faith in ourselves. I'm also an ER nurse, so I'm surrounded by medicine and things all day long, and if I can just keep doing the right thing and just sharing my story through that, I've had a lot of addicts walk through those doors, and I've never shared that part of me at work, and I think that maybe this experience of relapsing and all the things I've done is trying to teach me, like, no, you should share there, you should help somebody else. So I don't want to take up any more time, but thank you guys.
Number?
And sorry for the baby.
No, babies all
The
are
babies
welcome.
are great. Are you kidding me? Especially scratching the back there. That's nice. My mom did that to me. What's your number, Megan?
Oh, my number 7, because they're all born on the 7th of the
Whoa.
month.
Oh
That's a good
wow,
number.
that's
Oh, wow.
actually crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Can we
Megan.
just note that Shane was being like really like compassionately weird
When?
about the whole
Baby thing?
Yeah, your whole voice
Oh,
changed.
did it? Yeah.
Oh, it's not a baby.
Oh, it's a baby. Zoom user.
We got Zoom user.
Zoom user 123.
123.
2.0.
What's Vic?
Cool.
What's Vic eating?
I don't know if you guys can hear me. I
Yeah,
got
we
my
can hear
yeah.
you, bro.
cool. Yeah, so this is my first time sharing. My name's also Matt.
Welcome, Matt.
So I
Hi,
gotta
Matt.
change that. I don't know what happened there, but I've got like adrenaline going tonight with everybody here, because back in 2022, great share, by the way, dude. I can relate a lot to what you're going through. This past year, I made a huge career switch with a good friend of mine of 16 years. He asked me to join in sales with him, and it's been a hell of a ride. And I've never been so uncertain before. And in 2022, I went through delirium tremens, the whole nine, with alcohol and benzos. And this last winter, me and my now ex, her drug of choice was fentanyl, and we did our own recovery. She had her own community, I had mine, and we thought we could work our way back. And lo and behold, it was in front of me. And I think a lot of us in here who have been affected by it personally or seen it know it takes like a part of your soul. It's nasty, and I'm going on 6 months on the 8th of next month, on the 8th of August. And I'm scared shitless of a relapse. 72 days is massive. I just want to give a round of applause for that, for everybody here. It chokes me up. It sucks that we all can share the frightening thing of addiction and everything. I knew I would kind of lose my words, but I don't know if I'm going to continue on this whole sales journey. And right now, it's been a week since me and my ex have separated, because she's still in the throes of addiction. Everything was a lie. And the weirdest part about it is I can completely understand where she's coming from, because I was there. She was terrified of letting me know. I told her I was here for her. I just recently had a friend pass away. The shame that you feel from this is out of this world. And I'm watching her do the whole nines. And back last winter, my mom was begging me to stop. She could just see me withering away. And yeah, I mean, how quick that shit is to kill you, excuse my language. And me now watching it, me being in it, it's the devil. So what you guys are doing, I appreciate it. I'm fighting that war on this shitty drug as well every single day. So thank you guys.
I'm so
Oh
glad
man,
you shared.
you know what? Thank you for sharing and you know, even your insight on your ex right now. You know, like, man, when this stuff gets a hold of you, it's like, and you know what? Nobody knows except for us, man. Nobody really knows the depths of despair that we feel, and you know, appreciate you sharing. I wanted to point out. I know I'm being weird today. I'm just like watching everybody in their screen. But what part of the country are the guys who are driving in the car with their sunglasses on?
John White.
What part of the country are they from where it's still sunny outside and you need to? Huh?
John White.
I don't know. I'm just messing with them.
That's Matt.
John
Griffin.
White.
It's Matt Griffin and John White. Yeah.
They don't know we're talking to them. John White, pull over.
Do you know them?
The police are behind you, John.
Oh, you know those
Matt
guys?
was on your show not too long ago.
Oh, Matt was on your
Oh,
show.
that's Matt.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. That's right. Zoom user Matt. What's your number, bro?
So my heart is telling me to go 43, but I'm going to change it. That's my favorite number ever. I'm going to go 13.
13.
That's my number.
I have a hell of a story to tell you after this.
Wait, you already guessed 13?
No.
No,
That's just my
his
that's
favorite
just my
number.
actually my favorite number. I'm not allowed in this competition.
Oh my gosh. Nikki, you're up.
Nikki, long time no talk.
That's because she's got the kid, bro.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good, you?
We're good.
I'm good. Just, momming.
Mom.
I just wanted to come on here real quick. I tuned in last week as well, but kind of was watching from afar. But I really like the shares tonight, and I'm always grateful for this meeting and everything you guys are doing as the Hopeaholics. And we just passed the 2-year anniversary of my good friend passing away from fentanyl, and I really appreciated the share and the experience, strength, and hope tonight, and because it's something I've been thinking about a lot, and I related a lot to your story as well. I'm God willing, we'll have 6 years in 3 weeks, and my 28th birthday is coming up, and I never thought I'd be alive to see it. Neither did my dad, who's my best friend and has been on the podcast actually in a way. So, but anyway, it's just wild to be sitting here playing with my baby girl next to me while listening to this podcast. And I'm just so grateful for just so grateful that that's the case. And I heard a lot of people talk about how relapse doesn't have to be a part of your story. And for me, it definitely is. And I wanted to say, like, if it is a part of your story, that's okay. But, like, don't give up, guys. Like, I was so ready to give up 1,000 times. And I'm so grateful that none of my attempts to give up were successful, because life is absolutely amazing right now. And it doesn't mean it's not hard. It's really hard, but I never thought I'd be a mom and still be, thankfully, very grateful to be still on leave and spending every moment with my child and my husband, and have a relationship with my parents, and getting to help other addicts as much as I can. I really related to those who shared about, making career changes, and, money doesn't solve all our problems. And, I've been offered recently some jobs that would put us in a better financial situation. But I'm looking at ones that would do that a little less, but allow me to help more people while also, staying at home and doing what I can for my family and for me, that's more important to me, is being able to help a wider audience than any amount of money or any career. So I don't know if this made sense. I'm very tired, but I just wanted to come in and say, thank you for everything you guys do, and to tell people there is hope and to not give up. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki.
Nikki is one of our first. She's been actually, her signature's right there on the wall. Maybe you guys get a chance, go check out Nikki's podcast. I wanted to tell the lady that with the baby, I don't remember what her name was. Megan
G.
Megan G. If you get bored and you want to really get some good stuff that continues going on, check out our YouTube channel with our full-length podcasts. Really, really good stuff on there. I be honest with you, we just had one of the last podcast, the most recent podcast we released. Dylan, 18-year-old girl, fentanyl addict in recovery. Amazing young lady, amazing podcast. I really, really enjoyed that one. So, yeah, check out our YouTube channel. We've got a lot of good stuff on there.
Do you want to get Nikki's number?
Nikki, what number?
Wait, she said 22.
Or she did?
Didn't she?
That was Kathy.
Oh.
Guys, I have so much stuff in my house right now.
Nikki, what's the number?
No.
She doesn't want the doll.
It's too much stuff.
It's not a doll. It's an actual
I'll give
figure.
other people an opportunity to take it
Okay,
home.
thanks, Nikki.
Evan?
Evan. Seems like it's
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, I just want to jump on here a couple different things. Jeremy, thank you for your share, man. I related a lot to it, a few different ways, and then I think his name was Matt, last guy that just shared. But Jeremy, cool. I love how you just turned it all around, and you're a counselor now and working in recovery. So I went to treatment for 60 days from May to July. Changed my life forever. Relapse does not have to be a part of our recovery, but unfortunately, for myself, it is. I had a lot of friends from that treatment center relapse as well, and I was in the position to be able to try to help, just be supportive and give them a place to stay and stuff like that. It turns out, that's not what, I'm not qualified to help in that way. What people are going to do, they're going to do. You can't really focus on anyone except yourself, and I had to learn it myself the hard way. But my goal is to go back to the same treatment center that I stayed at and become a counselor myself. Can't go back for a whole year until they can hire me, but still in touch with all of them, and looking to get hired there, just even if it's a couple Saturdays a month, just to be part of it. And then Matt, just want to touch on what you spoke about your ex, kind of going through the same situation. It feels like someone's trying to kill me, trying to take me out, and yet it's still just kind of like, because I went to treatment, I have a whole new understanding about people that are sick and going through addiction, and it's okay. Anyway, it's been hard, but it's like somehow I have found this hope that like nothing's slowing me down. From 6 months ago, this would have taken me out 100%. And all of a sudden, like, because I went to treatment, I took time to work on myself and learned about myself in a way that I've never even had a second to focus on. I'm able to just breathe and get through basically anything now. It's like I wake up and I'm like, all right, what do we got today? And just take a deep breath, and like nothing surprises me anymore. And I just kind of just do what I can for anything I can until I realize that, it's all I can do. It's out of my control, and I don't need to let it ruin my day and take me out. I just kind of look around and realize people are sick. All right, time's up. Anyway, thank you for letting me share. Natalie, your birthday was on the 19th, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's my birthday. So
Really?
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I just want to
twinsies.
say that too.
Evan,
Yeah, September 19th.
Virgos.
I've only met one other person ever with the same birthday, so just want
Evan,
to say happy birthday.
if you ever want to talk or something, just call the line. You can talk to
Yep.
me. If Natalie happens to be around, we'll throw her
Yep.
on too.
Thank you,
You know
Chuck.
what I'm saying, bro?
Yep. And thank you for sharing tonight.
Yeah,
and
man.
this is what this meeting is all about, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, bro. We're here for
Ever
you.
since I was in treatment and tuned in, tried to make it every Tuesday, so
Nice.
it's always a highlight. So thank you guys.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you, man.
And happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Twin.
Thank you.
Number.
The number is 92, by the way.
92.
Thank you, guys.
Thought he would have picked 19.
That's what I was thinking too. And then he went to 92.
Yeah, but he realized Shane was picking the number.
Right. Aliza.
Zandsberg.
Yeah. I almost felt like going Zamzau.
Zandsberg.
Zandsberg.
Hi, I'm stepping outside. Sorry, guys. I just don't want the kids to hear.
Hi, Aliza.
Hi, guys. I have 169 days today,
Nice. Good for
which
you.
I never thought would happen. This is my first time actually in this meeting. I've listened to your podcast. I love like 3 months in, I did not have recovery for myself. I've done this before many times and not new to recovery. I've been doing this for about 15 years in my life. But I had about 3 years and thought, like other people said, I'm good, I'm cured, I got this. Like, I'm stronger, I'm smarter. I could never go back to the things that like stole my soul and took my life away from me. But, you know, that's how addiction works. So today I have 169 days, and on Friday I'm going to have my first sober birthday in like over a decade, and I'm going skydiving with my partner.
Ooh.
And I am living my best life, truthfully. I host a recovery meeting now. I'm sharing my story for the first time on October 1st with my home group. I work a solid program. I don't pretend like I know anything anymore because I don't. And I'm just really, really grateful to be here tonight with y'all. That's all I got.
Wow.
Love you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Love
Aliza.
that.
Thank you. Wow. What a.
Amazing.
Right? Oh, yeah. Number, please.
Oh, let's say 73.
73. Someone already said 73. New number? Aliza. Give her. Oh, never mind.
I couldn't unmute. Sorry. Let's say, did somebody say 75?
No.
Okay, we'll go with that.
75. Vic.
Vic,
who's stuffing his face earlier. We saw you, Vic. You still, bro, you got a little on your fucking chin still, man. Wipe it off.
Shane.
It was really good too.
I looked good, bro. You were licking your chops and everything. I like how you were flexing while you were eating too, bro. We noticed.
No, definitely.
No.
Oh my god, I haven't worked out in like, oh my god, like 5-6 months. I just recently like re-injured my back.
Oh shit, sorry.
I had like a 12 mm herniation.
Oh damn.
It's called an extrusion. That came down from like L2, L3. So I'm barely like walking around.
Oh shit, bro. Sorry.
Without too much issues. It's a chronic thing. It's from lifting patients up and moving around for like 20 years. So,
damn.
But Jeremy, awesome share. That was great. Super honest. Good for you. I think about relapsing all the time. So Megan, I volunteered to raise my hand after Megan shared because I'm a paramedic. I work in the ER. I am just about 2 weeks out from finishing RN school. Super excited. In November, I'll be 4 years sober.
Nice.
So, but I think about relapsing all the time. Super afraid of it, but I mean, I know that I have the tools acquired through the program to keep me accountable and to keep me from going back to making those same mistakes. And it does suck. I shared this before, like our substance abuse runs rapid in our community, in our profession, I should say. And there really isn't like anything set up where people can kind of reach out and go get help. And we have poor coping skills, and here we are taking care of other people telling them what to do and how to get help. And yet a lot of the times, we're the ones also suffering, not taking our own advice. So I see it all the time. I mean, I fell subject to it and victim to it as well. But that's why, like, my name is Vic, short for Victor, not victim, because I am accountable. But it is definitely hard, and it's without being accountable and having those principles and having those tools. Yeah, like I really, really hope, I'm confident that like I'll never relapse. But I mean, the reality though is that like that probability is always going to be there, especially like being in our field of profession. So, but thanks, Megan, for also sharing, because as soon as I heard you said that you're an ER nurse, I said, oh, well, it's kind of hard because like you seek like an outlet, yet there's a stigma, and it's like, well, where do I go? What do I do? And for me, I mean, it really was just that I was just done. I mean, I needed help. What I was doing was not working anymore. And so I needed a different path. I needed someone to show me a different way of doing things. So you're not alone, Megan. I got 4 years. I didn't hear how long you've been sober, but yeah, I think about relapsing all the time. So, but thank you for letting me share.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Vic, before you go, we need a number, bro.
Yeah, 65.
Okay, thank you. Vic, 65. Who's next? They're so far away from the camera.
Joe B.
I just want to say one thing. I love the fact that Vicky just shared that, and this is what it's all about, is breaking that stigma amongst one another. Because if Megan didn't share her vulnerability prior, Vic, maybe you wouldn't have raised your hand and felt comfortable enough to do it. And that's what this is, why we recover out loud, is because we are not alone. It doesn't matter what field, what profession, addiction and alcoholism does not discriminate anyone. So it's very important for people to feel a part of and know that their struggle is not isolated and them by themselves. So, Megan, kudos to you for being vulnerable enough to share that part of your life to then make Vic feel comfortable to share his part as well. It's big. Joe B.
Joe B.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing, buddy?
What's going on?
Joe, earlier you were not paying attention, but you had a cigarette in your hand. You were walking around. It was a little shadowy on you. You looked like a killer in the dark, bro.
Well, that's not good.
You were about to light a smoke. You lit the smoke, and I had to look away.
All right. Well, let's hope I don't scare anybody,
Yeah.
including myself. So, Joe, I'm an alcoholic, right? I'm an addict, all around piece of shit. But I'm pretty good right now. My life's pretty good. However, I noticing some behaviors, some bad habits that have nothing to do with drinking or drugging, right? Because that was never the problem, nor was that the solution. I'm the problem. I noticed the speaker said he had 10 years sober time, and then slowly started disconnecting. The last 3 years were hard. Natalie said the same thing, I believe, because I got it, right? I could do this on my own. And I'm noticing, and it's kind of embarrassing to discuss that this has nothing to do with a drink or a drug, but I'm noticing some screwed up behaviors on my part. I'll give you an example. Once again, like I said, it's kind of embarrassing. So I'm sorry to anybody who's struggling with an actual substance right now, but I'm struggling with sticking to my diet or sticking to my program, or not accepting that maybe I got to work twice as hard on my program right now. Yeah, I pray in the morning. I can't go without that. I pray at night. Maybe I need to start praying during the day, because I get into these habits where I want to have a cheat meal, and that turns into 2 cheat meals that day. And then that turns into me being lazy and I don't go to the gym, and that eventually will turn into a relapse. I really believe that, so how do I attack that before it gets to that? Because when you talk to other people that aren't in the program, they'll think there's something wrong with me. Like, you're really worried about having a fucking iced coffee and a donut? You know what I'm saying? But it's those things that become habitual that will lead to the relapse. That's why, that's not why I relapsed the first time, but it's the not working the program as to the best of my ability. If I spend a lot of time working a program and it's not working, then maybe I got to work a little harder. That's the issue. Because when you think you got this, like right now, I think I got this. I got so much on my plate, but I asked for it and I'm able to handle it. But no one's creating this internal struggle that I'm having. It's only me. It's my disease. It's like it's trying to take me back. I don't want to go back. I need WD-40 for this dog. But it's just driving me crazy. And I'm a big believer in this too shall pass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it's going to take before it passes, but it needs to pass. I don't know if it's change of weather or just, I don't know, but I'm not feeling okay. I feel good, but not the way I usually feel. And I want to get out of that funk. It's been a couple of days. So I don't really know what to do or what something new to try. Like, I'm willing to take suggestions. So give me suggestions, please, if you got it, because I got to get out of this funk. Thank you for letting me share. My number I choose is 84.
Joe, you're talking to some pretty sick individuals at this table right here. Like, bro, we are not well over here. Yesterday, we did the Spartan race this weekend, and that's our ticket to eat whatever the hell we want.
Oh, and we do.
And Natalie comes walking in with 2 boxes of donuts and another 2 bags of like muffins. And I'm talking like these are dozens of donuts. And then we just go to town, and then we're like,
which
what?
Each of us only need like one.
Yeah.
But we don't do anything, lightly over here.
Yeah. So I don't know what the solution to this problem is, except for when I do indulge, I really push myself to get up and go to the gym. So I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, bro, I have to agree with you, man. 100%. That's all there is. There's praying.
Yeah.
And when you have an urge, you get down, you give me 20. Okay? And every time you have an urge, you think about me, and you get down, you give me fucking 20. And you get some weights. You get some barbells for the house. You do the barbells. You get the 20s to the 30s, and you do the barbells. And in 6 months, you got arms like a fucking monster. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
I also
you pray
think-
and you do the gym. Nothing else.
I also think it's just we're all like sick, so we'll replace our addiction into something else that is another controlling thing, and food happens to be a big one.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do have to just pray and sit in the this will pass, this too shall pass, because it will eventually, and give yourself a little bit of grace, because we're really good at continuously beating ourselves up.
That's true.
And we are our own worst critics, so it's trying to get out of that self-sabotage mentality and know that, coffee and a donut one day is not really going to trip you up. It's just the next decision, whatever that may be. And it could be something internal where you're writing it, so you're avoiding whether having a conversation, something in business. And so your coping mechanism happens to be eating food. So it's, or something else that we like to choose from. So it's just trying to do all the things that you possibly can to figure out the root, or also, hey, if you've been working hard, treat yourself. So it's like a combination of a variety of things, whatever is going on in our lives, and we clearly know how to treat ourselves.
Yeah. If you're not doing 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups and 100 air squats at home, there's something fucking wrong, okay?
Oh, God.
That's all I'm saying. Nothing else.
You know what we should do? Would any of you guys watch a daily advice from Shane Earn?
Oh yeah, I'll give it. I'll give it. Whoa, she's nodding no.
Yeah, I'm with you. Who nodded no? Sarah, that's my girl. Yes, I'm saying no thanks.
I mean, you wouldn't watch it, Sarah, just to
No.
laugh and have a good time, or what?
Immediate swipe.
I'm trying to figure out. Sarah had her.
Which way though, right or left?
She's gonna swipe.
Immediate swipe left or right?
Left.
Either. I'm going swipe up next.
This ain't
Yeah,
Tinder,
exactly.
bro. This ain't Tinder. This is Instagram.
Who's next?
Sarah, you had your hand up. It's down now. Are you gonna put it back up?
See last. Jensen.
Celeste.
Celeste.
Oh, that's been a long time since someone called me that.
Yeah, shocker that it would be Shane.
Of course it would be Shane.
Oh,
Jeez.
fuck.
Yeah, it's because of I was an IOP, and so I had to put my full name. So I'm CJ. I got out of rehab for the second time.
Hi, CJ.
Today at around 4:35 ish, and I was like, I have to, like, I had this, like, you can't even see it on my hand. Like, I have to work out when I get home. I have to get my coffee.
There you go.
I have to give my cats a bath, which they haven't had. I have 2 Sphinx and they're dirty. And so they need a bath. Like, I have to do my laundry. I have to make my bed. And so half that stuff I didn't get done. And I was like, I have to go to a meeting. And I was talking to another person that's a sober friend of mine. And I was like, holy shit, this came up on my phone. And so I sent him the link. I sent my other friend the link. And I was like, I need to get on this. You need to get on this. And I was like, this is amazing. Cause I've like watched stuff that, like podcasts, like older podcasts and stuff, but I've never been on live. And so I was like, I really like, this is what I need right now. Like, this is amazing. This is perfect for me and my soul. And so thank you. To the people that were talking about health work, like EMT work, I actually had an ex-boyfriend who overdosed from fentanyl as a suicide. And I understand that it can be overwhelming and that there's things that they just maybe don't provide for you. I also have a friend that is trans and is an EMT, and I know that there's things that they don't provide for her. But if you do reach out, they do have some programs. But the like groups like this, where it's more universal and it's not so stigmatized into like specific like AA or NA or trauma or abuse or whatever you're going on in your life. I think that this is just an incredible tool that you've created. So thank you. And thank you for letting me speak.
Thank
I
you.
love that.
Thank you, CJ.
And thank you for hopping on and sharing.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on and sharing. Did you want to pick a number?
So my normal number is 22 because it's tattooed on me, but I would pick 77. But I think whoever deserves it deserves it.
So she's gonna
Awesome.
go with 77.
77.
Because 22 was picked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was picked, but I think whoever's the most deserving. But thank you for being here tonight, and I really needed this.
Wow.
So
thank you for showing up. And CJ,
Appreciate
did you
it.
just say you had 2 Sphinx cats?
I do, and
Those
they're
are
both
the
drinking.
those are the hairless cats, right?
Yeah, they were right here.
I
and now they're
literally
drinking out
want
their
one
water
of
bowl.
those so
Hold
bad.
on, here's Tasha. I'll show you one. Here, come here, Tosh.
I know
But
that
here's-
that's crazy. Only like people like me and Celeste think, or CJ think those are cool. But I think they're the coolest cats on the planet. They're like me. They don't have any hair.
Oh,
It's
God.
most people in the tattoo world, and that's how I got into them.
Awesome.
And then Penelope's drinking the rest of Tasha's water. So, oh, I know how hard it is to live such a cushy life. But yes, thank you. I really needed this, and this was perfect. Everyone that shared, it was amazing, and that was a really good, just enlightening for me to go into tomorrow. Like my new sober day.
Mhm.
So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Amazing.
Wes?
All right, Wes. 3 minutes, buddy.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. So I earlier today I was on Instagram and I saw a story. I forget her name, but it's a girl who lost her leg. A number of years ago, and she went on her post and said that that she's stronger for it, and she wouldn't be the person that she is today, if that wouldn't have happened. And then went on to say that God got her through it, and I immediately resonated with that, not only because I got paralyzed and it brought me closer to God, and it brought me back to him. But all of our like daily struggles that we go through, God gets us through, our tough times, even if we don't know it, you know. And hashtag God's too legit to quit, And for those of you who don't know me, I got paralyzed from shooting heroin, and 7 weeks after I got paralyzed, I was in the hospital for 2.5 months total. After I got paralyzed, but 7 weeks after I got paralyzed, I had heroin brought into me twice, and little did I know that both times it was laced with fentanyl, and both times it was laced with maybe 4 or 5 grains of sand size of fentanyl, and that was all it took, for me to overdose on it, and it happened to me twice. And then after that, I realized that God had, literally brought me back to life, from the dead, and the person that gave it to me happened to have for the very first time Narcan, 2 doses, because it took 2 doses, to bring me back the first time. And the second time that happened to me, just a week later, because it happened twice within the same week, it was all God, and just awareness, as Shane says, there's no recreational drugs anymore. Everything is laced with fentanyl, and just it's better to be safe than sorry, and try to fight the urge to go back to the things that lead us and feed into our addiction, and I love all you guys, and I pray that God guides all of our footsteps, and I pray that God blesses us and our lives and each and every day with his mercy.
Thank you, Wes.
Rachel
Vaughn.
Bring us
Oh, we
on
didn't get
home,
a- we
Rachel.
What happened to Sarah? She disappeared.
Hi guys.
Hi, Rachel.
I jumped on kind of at the end of your share, Jeremy. I just left a leadership workshop at my university, but from what I heard, it sounded pretty good. I'll go back and listen to it later. I just wanted to share a couple of things. Man, that fentanyl crisis is real. One of my classmates, roommates, died last week of a suspected overdose. She's really shook by it. She was one of my classmates. Whenever I stood up in front of the class and told some of my story, she had a lot of questions. And so I checked in on her today as we walked between classes. She talked about the campus police. Of course, they're investigating her and the other roommate. They want to make sure they didn't have anything to do with it. She's not getting any answers, but as we talked about it, one of the things I heard in all the shares tonight was breaking stigma, and I think that that's why God has kept me alive. She looked at me and said, Rachel, I just want you to know you're an inspiration. Like, everything that you've talked about, what you've overcome, that you're just an inspiration. I told her the same thing that I tell a lot of people when I hear that. It feels weird for me to hear that because it's as if you're congratulating me for running out of a burning building. I've heard others say that inside the rooms. And she stopped for a minute and she said, well, if a guy had picked you up and carried you out of that burning building, we'd celebrate him, wouldn't we? And I said, yeah. And she said, but you picked yourself up and walked out. Why shouldn't we celebrate you? And I was like, I have never, ever thought about it like that. And it changed my perspective, but at the same time, I'm a little scared to be proud of it because that pride can make me complacent, and that pride for me can give me the, oh, I got this, like everyone's been talking about tonight. I got this. I don't need any help. I don't need this meeting. I don't need to do that. But one of the things, as I was leaving the workshop, I told the friend of mine that invited me, I'm like, girl, I got to jump onto that Hopeaholics meeting. I'm missing it. I got to do that. That's an integral part of what keeps me alive and sober today. So the fentanyl crisis is still real, but we do recover. So thanks, guys. And my number's 74.
74. That's the year I
Amazing.
was born.
Me too.
Oh, wow. 1974.
Me too.
1974.
Yeah.
Yes.
My kids say I was born in the 1900s.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My kid tells me I'm old all the time.
The 1900s. That's my grandma. She was born in the 1900s.
All right, and a drum
Anyways.
roll,
Yeah.
please. Who's
Amazing meeting
the number?
tonight.
The
Wait.
number.
Oh, who's? Hang on. We got a number.
I know who won.
Do you?
I think I do. It's the first guy, Matt.
Matt.
Wow.
The number was
What-
31.
Yeah, what did Matt choose? 37. Wow.
What are you
He
drinking?
said 37, so he was the closest?
Matt wins.
Wow.
What's the nice lady's name again that is so calming? Can we scroll on?
Hi,
there?
Chrissy.
The Daily Breath. The Daily Breath. I got to remember that. Hi, The Daily Breath. Does it, now we're coming to the end, guys. We are coming to the end. I know.
We're at the end.
I am as sad as you guys are.
Yeah.
I am sad. I'm so sad, but I need everybody to turn on their cameras, pop their little beautiful faces on.
Matt, send your address, bro.
Yeah.
Send your address, Matt.
Send your address in the main chat, Matt. Just playing.
Thank you guys for coming to an amazing meeting. Thank you, Jeremy, for an awesome
Yeah,
lead.
really
and thank
awesome.
you for everyone
Really
who comes every single week, and also
Yeah.
to everybody that shared tonight.
It's awesome. Matt, the doll will the action figure will show up in about a month and a half.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Maybe
let's,
less.
Let's dance out. And we
It
need
is
to
if
clean the
Shane.
booth.
If it is if Shane's actually mailing it.
Yeah.
It'll
All
come
right.
out right away, bro.
All right, so everybody, hands up in the air, hands
Dance
up,
it up.
in
Let's
the
go,
air.
Evan.
Do it.
Let's
Get
go.
ready.
I know
Let's
you're
go.
sad, bro. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What
God.
other meeting does that?
None.
No.
God.
Grant me
Grant
serenity.
to accept the things I cannot
change.
the
courage
to
change the things I can,
and
and
the
the
wisdom
wisdom
to know the difference.
Love you guys.
Natalie's apparently hungry.
Love you guys.
Hungry, Natalie.